Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm B, and I'm so excited about today's video. I know I say that about like every video, but I'm so excited about today's video because creating characters is one of my favorite parts of the writing process, and it's also one of the most important parts. Compelling characters are the cornerstone of any great story. I mean, think of your favorite books, your favorite movies. What is it about them that resonates with you so much and keeps you coming back for more? Chances are it's probably the characters. Their quirks, their struggles, their flaws. But crafting compelling characters can be a process and seem very daunting. So my aim with this video is to make it easier for you and break down my step-by-step process and give you tips on how to create good characters. Before we get started, I love showing you all new writing tools that you can use. So I'm thrilled to share the sponsor of today's video, which is Milanote. Milanote is a tool for organizing your creative projects in a visually easy to digest way. Us writers know that the brainstorming and plotting process of a novel can be chaotic and messy, but leads to something great in the end. And Milanote believes that that process is kind of special. It's a flexible and unstructured workspace that lets ideas grow and evolve in whatever way makes sense to you. And this might be why it feels a little less like traditional software and more like working on a wall in a creative studio. It's seriously such a great tool for writing, and today I'm going to be using it to show you guys how to create compelling characters. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to be making character profiles for the characters in the first draft of a book that I'm writing right now. So let's fire up Milanote and I'll show you my process. Okay, so this is my board. This is using the novel plan template and I love it so much. I think it's so cute. The nice thing about Milanote is you can start from scratch, like a blank board if you want, and then do whatever you want to it, add whatever features. I personally love using the templates that they have because it just makes it so much easier. But this is their novel plan template and I'm gonna dive right into character creation. Right here we have my characters section and these are my three main characters. So we're gonna start with Ava, who is my main character, my main character. Anyway, so here in the bottom right corner, you can see that they have templates that you can choose from. And I like to go to the writing section because these are all of the templates that they have for them, which is so amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the character profile. And what you can do is you can use this template and have it start out empty where you can fill everything out yourself. Or you can click the button in the box that says keep example content and then click use this template. And then you can just go ahead and replace everything, like replace all the pictures and replace all of the text. I'm personally gonna start off with an empty and I'm gonna add my own things to the profile just to customize it a bit more to me. Now let's dive into step 1, creating your character's appearance. You can switch up this order however you please. This is just what works best for me, but visualizing your character is crucial for bringing them to life on the page. So let's start with the mini mood board to gather images that capture the essence of our character's physical traits. Okay, I've created my character appearance mood board and I'm so happy with it. I think it screams Ava. Things to include in your appearance mood board could be their clothes. What do they wear? A lot of the times someone's outfit or a character's outfit choice can say a lot about them. Maybe you're writing a fantasy novel and there's symbolism in the clothes that they wear. And think of distinctive features that hold meaning too. It could be like in Harry Potter where he has the lightning bolt scar on his forehead. For mine, my character has a locket that she wears with her all the time with a picture of her family inside. She has a tattoo on her arm that says I am because you were, which is very significant. I also included a quote to make it more of a general character mood board, which is another great idea. You don't just have to do appearance. You can add other things that represent your character like quotes or hobbies. If they're reading, like you get some aesthetic reading pictures in there. Anything that when you look at it, it makes you think of your character, and altogether it creates a nice little visual for you to look back at if you want to remember the essence of your character. On the side here, I also put some more features in writing of her appearance. So I just added a card right there. And this coupled with her face picture is sufficient enough for me. Do as much or as little as you please. And then we are going to move on to the next step in our character creation. Okay, now this step in my opinion is one of the most important parts in creating your characters to make them really impactful. And that's developing their want and their need, which often serves as the driving force behind their journey. Every character wants something or has a goal that propels the story forward. Like in the Hunger Games, Katniss's goal is to survive and win the games so she can continue to protect her family. In Harry Potter, his goal is to defeat Voldemort. In a tense thriller, it could be simply surviving. Regardless of the genre or storyline, the character's want should be obvious to both the writer and the reader because it's what they're actively pursuing throughout the narrative. However, a character's journey often delves deeper than just their external desires. Enter the need. The need is a more intangible internal longing that emerges later in the story, typically during the character's darkest moments, but not always. Unlike the want which the character consciously pursues, the need remains elusive until a pivotal moment of realization. That might sound confusing, so to sum it up in one sentence, and this is what sticks with me the most, is that the need is the missing piece of themselves. A great tip my screenwriting professor taught us is that the need is usually opposite of the want. It's not in all cases, but that is the case in my novel that I'm writing right now. My main character Ava has lost important people in her life, and because of that, she's closed off to forming new relationships because she's scared of the hurt that could come with loss. And so the main plot is that Ava and love interest Ethan get inherited a house by Maggie, who was Ethan's grandmother and her boss, and when she passes, she leaves them her house, but she gives them a list of things that they have to complete by the end of the summer in order to seal their inheritance. But Ava, because she doesn't like forming new relationships, her goal is to complete the list while pushing Ethan away in order to maintain her independence and avoid emotional attachments that could lead to loss or heartache. Her need, however, is the opposite of that. It's to overcome her fear of loss and to learn to trust and rely on others, ultimately finding healing, growth, and happiness through her relationship with Ethan. Ultimately, the want and the need form a symbiotic relationship that propels the character's journey from desire to fulfillment. So take the time to think of your character's want that they'll be actively pursuing and then their need, and you can go ahead and include that in the profile. I'm going to be including that in my profile, and this will help our characters be rich and multidimensional. Okay, now let's do a deeper dive into the character's personality. I like to make their personality as rich and detailed as possible because that's how you make your character feel truly alive to the readers. You got to give them quirks, flaws, and you have to make sure that they are consistent with how they react and act to things happening around them. Something I like doing, and I got this tip from Abby Emmons, is to take a personality test. Embody your character, take a personality test. I think you can do an Enneagram test. There are different versions out there, but at the end of it gives you a little summary of how these people tend to act, and it's a great thing to reference. But this Milanote template is great because it gives you a section for adding in quirks and flaws and personality traits. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that out for my character. Every character has a unique combination of traits that shape who they are and how they interact with the world around them. We want to make sure that our character's traits align with your character's goals and their conflicts. So for my character, Ava specifically, if she's closed off to relationships, she's not gonna be bubbly and outgoing with every person that she meets. She's most likely gonna be reclusive and keep to herself. Flaws are so important because nobody is perfect, and if you make your character perfect, chances are no one is going to find them relatable. They add depth, complexities, and chance for growth. And the ultimate flaw, the fatal flaw as we like to call it, is the major flaw impeding your character from achieving not their goal but their need. So my character Ava's need is to open herself up to relationships. Her fatal flaw is that she tends to push anyone who's getting close away. This also helps shape the character arc, which follows the character's need, where at the beginning they have that missing piece of themselves, and at the end that need is fulfilled, and it's the journey from this end to the other. Okay, another important part of character creation is their backstory. Chances are you are probably not introducing us to your character fresh out of the womb, meaning they've already lived a portion of their lives before you've introduced the readers to them, and moments from their past experiences have shaped them to be who they are today. You don't have to plan out the entire backstory. When they're 1 year old, this, 2, you don't need to have their entire backstory mapped out, but it's important to know the key events that are pivotal for understanding how they are today and why they are the way that they are. So for me, for example, part of her backstory is, the love she felt growing up with her family and the moment it all changed when she lost her loved ones and other pivotal moments like that. And there you have it. That is my step-by-step process for creating a compelling character. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have any other tips that I didn't mention, also leave those in the comments below. And And remember to have fun with the process. Creating characters is so exciting to me. Characters really bring a story to life. And when I'm done, they feel like real people. They feel like my babies. And a huge thank you to Milanote for sponsoring this video. It's seriously an incredible tool, you guys. And if you do want to try it out for yourself, it is free with no time limit. So be sure to check out my link in the description below to get started. As always, I wish you guys all the best with your writing projects, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!